Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. It is time for a spoiler-free Onyx Storm review. We're going to have two reviews like we do, one spoiler-free, one spoiler-full. I was up last night finishing this, so I got it Tuesday, finished it Friday. I'm not going to lie to you, for one of these books, that's a little long for me, but I had a lot of other stuff going on. My daughter's been home all week because of the ice and snowstorm here in Georgia. They canceled school for the whole week, so that definitely went into this. But yeah, so Onyx Storm spoiler-free review. We start out at the beginning of this book exactly like with the prologue to the T where we left off in Iron Flame. So if you're doing a reread, the flow from Iron Flame into Onyx Storm is top tier. It is literally right there. So I did enjoy that. I did not do a reread though, shockingly. Normally I absolutely would do a reread, but I've just been reading so much other stuff, I just didn't have the time or a chance. Unfortunately, as you guys know, I'm in my Hermione era, and there was too much Hermione to read. I've been trying to work my way through Draco Malfoy and the mortifying ordeal of being in love. I will let you know this one is slow to me. Everybody is just going crazy over it, but compared to the auction and compared to Manacled, this one has been really hard for me to read. I think I've been trying to read it for 10 days now. But I digress. We're talking about Onyx Storm. So Onyx Storm picks up immediately where Iron Flame left off. I do recommend at least a review of Iron Flame, because when you're talking about first and second wing and things like that, you start coming up with names that you're not going to remember, and she hits you hard. Like, it's actually become memed where you're like, I know I've never heard this person's name before. That is the beginning of this book. Review your characters before jumping into Onyx Storm if you're not going to do a reread, because it's a lot. It's a lot of people. Okay? They're back at Bascaith, which means tons of people, tons of teachers and professors. It's a lot. Once again, we have a heightened tension between Xaden and Violet because of whatever problem they're going through. It's always different, but it's always there and present and in the forefront of whatever story. I will say I am getting a smidgen over the constant tension between Xaden and Violet. Can't they just be happy for like 5.5 seconds so that we can give the other characters some time to shine? There are so many characters in this book that I love. Riddick is our comic relief, and he will never not be the comic relief, and he is amazing. Garrick is my book boyfriend. Like, I love me some Garrick, and I do feel like we're going to talk about it in the spoiler-filled version of this review, but I do have good feelings with Garrick. I'm not going to say whether he lives or dies in this one, but I have feelings we're going to talk about in another video. And yeah, so lots of really good sub-characters that don't get a whole lot of time, but you want more of. That's pretty much a theme throughout all of these books. You want more from some of these minor characters. I really missed Rhiannon in this one. There's not a lot of Rhiannon. If I'm sorry if that's a spoiler, but if you're a Rhiannon girl or guy, this one's probably not gonna do it for you. But if you are a Riddick person, this will do it for you. And thankfully, some of my friends who are reading with me are Riddick people, and so that's really feeding them in Onyx Storm is Riddick. And yeah, it was a 5-star from me, shockingly, because in the beginning, I didn't think it was going to be. I thought this was going to be the one that I hated. And then we got to the middle, and I was like, oh, this is my favorite. And then it kind of full circled on me, and it's still a 5-star. It's not a 5-star plus. But, you guys probably know by now from just seeing people's reactions, there's a cliffhanger at the end. I hate big cliffhangers at the end. I don't feel like this was a massive one, or maybe I just don't care anymore. That might be it. Because it's a cliffhanger dealing with your main couple or whatever, and I'm kind of over them a little bit. I still love them together, and like some of the things they say to each other and some of their scenes are just mwah, mwah, mwah. But I think just because it's so in my face and I'm craving even crumbs and scraps from other characters, that it kind of is affecting how I feel about the main couple a little bit. But yeah, so I loved it. It was 5 stars. Read it in a few days. Very on brand with every one of the other books, down to the flow of the book, the way that the chapters progress, your traumatic events and where they happen. It's all the same stereotype. So if you liked Fourth Wing, if you liked Iron Flame, you will like Onyx Storm. If you hated Fourth Wing, hated Iron Flame, you're going to hate Onyx Storm. They are one and the same. They are a unit, if you would. They are a wing of a dragon fighting unit. They go perfectly together. So yeah, that is my review. That is spoiler free. Sorry it's not super long. There is only so much I can say without spoilers, right? Because yeah, it is good. It has some things I would love to see differently done. And there's a big thing that I really want out of Miss Yarros, and I'm hoping we're going to get, and I want to talk to you about, because, yeah. She made a post on Instagram about secret projects, and buddy, I have some theories and some feelings. So, thanks so much for joining me. I hope that I didn't spoil anything for you, because this was very much supposed to be a spoiler-free review. And on Wednesday, you will get your spoiler full review. I am excited to talk not in code. I also am going to have a video as soon as it comes in, comparing and contrasting my Target exclusive with the Barnes & Noble that I ordered. It was supposed to be in originally on the 21st when they released. It got bumped to, because of weather, the 23rd. It is now the 24th, and I do not have this book in my hands. So, I am really glad I went to Target and stood in line outside to get this beautiful copy, because if not, I would not have an Onyx Storm to read. So yeah, I also plan to have a compare and contrast book on the 2 different versions. So stay tuned for that. Alright, love you guys. Thanks so much for liking, commenting, subscribing, caring what I thought about Onyx Storm. And I will see you in the spoiler full review.